Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dark Pride channel. The we had originally started this video with battling Aerie and discussing uh, some of the things that happened between episodes. But Slug is very dumb and half well the entire recording up to this point had no audio from me, so I'm I don't do this often, but this is going to be a edited montage type deal uh, until we return to this point. So, right. So, I
Like
hope
my
you enjoy
past
that,
self was
and
going
hope to
on,
see you soon.
I had forgotten to plug in my headphones before the start of the recording, and unfortunately, that means that that about 40 minutes of footage didn't have audio, and you'll see here that I'm displaying the stats that I was grinding for during the off-screen time. I originally had a joke where I was saying, uh, so I did some mining off camera. uh, you so yes, I edited down about well more than an hour and a half, almost an hour 45 minutes worth of footage down. I cut more than an hour out of footage out of this, uh, and what you see now is the result. Uh, as for what I just showed, well, first let's talk about this spot here. I hadn't been to the Gracia Stones in my own personal playthrough, uh, and this was my first time seeing them that I would, at least that I can recall. And when I came here, I had a theory in mind uh, that these might have something to do with the Swords Justice or the new Paradox versions of them that were going to be that were partially present now and uh, now partially present in a portion of the DLC. I don't know if we'll be getting ones for Thracian or if we'll be getting one for NT. But it would be strange if we didn't at this point, I think. Uh, in any case, the I'm sorry, my brain stopped working. So the Pokemon, the, so for about a portion of about a week, I oh wait, first yes, the shiny Pokemon. Yes, during that week of grinding, I encountered two more shiny Pokemon, a shiny Swablu and a shiny Meryl. They I was not expecting to see them at this while I was doing my grind, but I was going around doing Terror Raid dens for like I said about a week, and and I I just look while just wandering around and I'm not using any sandwiches or anything. I just spot them and I just what and I just grab them. Little yellow fluffy thing and little green mouse. And while I was while I was grinding, I encountered an issue where there was one terror raid den that was sort of behind uh, the Team Calf base, the fighting type area for area here, Team Star, and I accidentally triggered the cutscene that where Ares standing up front of the gate, and then the this Team Star member here tells her, "Oh, go inside. I'll handle this." But it and I made sure to cancel because I wanted to put the battle on camera. So that that's all well and good. Uh, uh, so, so yeah, as I uh, while this battle's going, I'll explain what I was showing at the start. So during that grind, I was grinding Terra Raid Dens to get the Terra Shards necessary to change the Terra types of most of my team. The objective was to get Meowscarada to change the flying type, which I accomplished. Uh, that good old cabbage. Rapunzel here, uh, get the Terra type changed from Psychic to Fairy. That succeeded as well. I came close to having enough poison Terra Shards to change Bonjour's Terra type to poison. Uh, as of recording uh, this voiceover, I do have enough now. So in about 2 episodes' time, you'll see you will see the fruits of those labors. And the last one that I need to change is Salty, the one that nearly killed us. From water type Terra, from the water Terra type to the ground Terra type. I I think that that will be more beneficial than the water one at this juncture. And the I but as of recording this, I still don't have enough ground shards. But I did. All in all, we were able to complete uh, quite a number. And I'm not sure if I stated this in a previous episode or not, but when I uh, uh, when I went through the academy nonsense uh, during that off-screen time, uh, I oh this did I catch this one? I think I did. Yes, yes, I caught the lads. uh, 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 During that off-screen time, I went through the academy nonsense and I got a bunch of rock terror shards, enough to change the type, and I put and I changed Milody's terror type to rock. Oh no, I think I'm gonna get jumped by a scyther. Oh no, no, I'm able to get to the door in time. Okay. uh, uh, this this th this raid this star battle thing was interesting. Uh, uh, because I came in with uh, with uh, with Rapunzel, Milady, and Bonjour, and I I was able to beat it, but uh, there was some typings there's some typing conflicts that I didn't expect to encounter. Uh, Further along the road, there are some Crabominable, which are which are fighting ice, and as you know, dragon is weak to ice. So I I I I wasn't expecting that. So I had to be very careful about at certain points of which team member I was sending out when, so I could strategically avoid sending Bonjour out against any more Crabominables. So I threw him down the business end of one of them, and that got him down to half health. And I did my best to avoid that from that point forward. I think that moment is actually coming up soon-ish. uh, yes, I think this is the moment. Yes, here I am trying to figure out if I can cycle uh, my Gudra out to a different Pokemon. Luckily, I was able to recall. Luckily, Bonjour only had to fight the one, and then I could send uh, Rapunzel out to fight the other. And from this point forward, uh, I was a little more strategic of when I throw out my Pokemon instead of just doing one at a time. Like I was very cautious of making sure that I was aware of what was up ahead before I sent more Pokemon out. Anyways, now I believe I can talk a little more about how about how the grind went. So, I oh wait, hold on. Yes, I was very careful to strike the abominable first in this instance, so I could avoid any potential crossing of paths with the Bonjour and the Crabominable. And then I saw that Crabominable and I was like, oh, there's a Flamigo here. I need to knock that out first in order to keep Bonjour safe. And I was able to. And then we completed that. It was an interesting challenge in terms of managing who was fighting when. Oh, this airy fight was also quite interesting. uh, mm. Yes, during that week-long grind, I spent every cent I earned from those raid dens and from selling all the different stuff I picked up. uh, I sold everything. I turned all of the spare parts that I got from from Pokemon and raid dens into LP, and I spent every point and every Pokédollar on vitamins to and I spent a good number of hours running around in the fields around Levincia and various other areas to get the friendship boosting berries that reduce stats, so I could very precisely control what stats go where. Oh, and this moment here, I forgot that poison did not, that psychic did not in fact resist poison, and I just went to set up the comm mines, and I just had a sort of oh shite moment. uh, and I thought, okay, this is going to knock out my Rapunzel in one hit, so I have to switch to salty so I can resist the the obvious incoming poison if the AI has any sense, and hit it with a super effective Earth Power. uh, but as soon as that's done, I could safely swap in Rapunzel because uh, it is Psychic and Fairy. Now, uh, if I hadn't gone to change the Terra type of Rapunzel from Psychic to Fairy, one specific Pokemon in her team would have been a major threat to me. uh, I believe it's coming up. No, not this one. But yes, I at this point I Terastallize, drop my Psychic type, and my defensive Psychic type, and got the 2 times stab Draining Kiss for a full heal on the Passimian. That was fun. It was. uh, I also think that they nerfed Draining Kiss from prior generations. Actually, it's only 50 base power at the in this generation, I think. And honestly, I can't blame them. It's like, yes, the Annihilate. This Annihilate is the primary reason why I wanted to change Rapunzel's Terra type from Psychic to Fairy. Okay, because of Rage Fist. uh, uh, it was during this portion of the fight that I had the good idea to use Annihilate as a spot of time to set up con mines, and here's that Rage Fist that I was thinking about long in advance. If I had been Psychic type, that would have hit me for super effective damage, and this fight would have been a major issue. But because of thinking ahead to this specific Pokemon, I was able to avoid that situation entirely. Um, so there's one other thing that I thought about uh, while I was uh, while I was while I was planning out certain aspects. Yes, I believe at this point that I had gotten up enough stacks of stored power to viably sweep should I feel inclined to, and I did. And I was worried about Lucario having the Steel type because I thought perhaps it could have one of those Steel type moves like Iron Tail, for example. But cause I'm not 100% on uh, his learn set. But he just kept using Aura Sphere, so I guess that he didn't have any Steel type moves to hurt me. So I just used Stored Power. With, very good choice of swapping moves with from Psyshock previously. Uh, so this Revavroom, it it is an interesting. Well, all of the Starmobile Revavrooms are interesting, uh, but this particular instance of the fight is interesting because uh, you'll see in just a moment that I am weighing the options here. Dazzling Gleam is an 80 power move, and stored power at its current state, I believe, is a 100 power move. Uh, so and with normal stab that'd be 150, uh, and Dazzling Gleam with the Fairy Terra type is 2 times stab, so that is a uh, power of 160. So it is, if my calculations are correct, higher damage than the the stored power at that point in time. uh, yes, during that week-long portion, I spent every resource I had went into vitamins and berries to min-max the stats of my Pokemon, as well as mints. I think I got the mints quite a few episodes ago now at this point. But yes, the I'm sorry, my brain stopped working. uh, I where was I? So yes, I during the time I also changed Electros Catherine's discharge to be Thunderbolt, uh, because there are very few, if any at all, uh, situations where I am in a double battle in this game. So discharge is is an objectively worse move than Thunderbolt in the situation of the main campaign of this game. Uh, not only because there are very few instances of double battles, but the few instances there are of double battles, there's only one opponent and you have an ally. And so it is actually a detriment to your success in in those cases. So Thunderbolt is an effectively better move for the case of this game. So I because it is just it's a single target move that can't damage your ally, and it has 10 higher base power. Were there any other changes? Oh yes, in the original, I'm not. Hmm, I had changed Yes, to I had changed Cabbage's Night Slash to be knockoff, uh, which I can't really say that there are too many instances of held items with the trainers in in this game, but there may be instances of that in in you know the Ace Academy tournament, the Academy Ace tournament, or the post game tournament. So I elected to change moves for that purpose. uh, I I think that was everything. Let's see. So yes, that, was that everything? I can't recall. Well, I was also during this portion of time thinking about various facets of the DLC announcements, uh, talking about the implications of Archaludon and uh, Raging Thunder. What was the long neck thing called? And then Iron Crown. Um, I don't really have anything to say in regards to the paradoxes, but I do have things to say in regards to Archaludon and Diplin. Archaludon on its own is phenomenal. I love the design, but the implication it has for Duraludon. Uh, Duraludon now evolves, which means it gains access to the Eviolite item, which increases your defense and special defense by 50% if your Pokemon is capable of evolving still. And Duraludon already has some absurd defenses. It, it was much it is much the same case with Pokemon like a like oh the, it was at this point that I had realized that my audio wasn't working, and I was here it comes. That was me shouting at at myself and at the computer. This was me swearing repeatedly. It was I la 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 la. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I lost so much time on my fucking. I had an opening joke and everything was yes, good. I was shall we say, distraught with uh, and that actually was a nuisance. it it shows I didn't want any part of it, but it shows violence, and I just I was having none of it, so I just I drank the Axew to because like it shows that, not me. it I wanted to leave. I, I was having a day at this point. uh, but yeah, after fighting area, we moved on to collecting the various stakes around the map and pulling them up. And and the, these stakes they are seals that block the ruinous treasures. Up the hill. You got the climbing ability for a reason. You goddamn lizard. What's the point of the climbing ability if you don't climb? Is this pyroclastic flow? So yes, that was a. that was a fascinating moment. Uh, it's interesting how I'm able to just so easily switch between one thought to the next.
Maybe I'll just catch it real quick. Just a quick catch, you know, for funsies. uh,
That's a quick cheeky Spiritomb catch. That's one and done quick ball. It doesn't happen to me very often. Yes, most of this portion was just me, just me kind of losing my mind and just singing along to my music, and also just complaining about the fact that I had lost about 40 minutes worth of audio. And it was during this time that I decided that most of my dialogue was pretty much was almost entirely unusable. So I just elected to go about a narrated montage of going through and pulling up the stakes to that block off that you know seal away all the treasures of ruins.
While I'm doing this, I noticed something interesting during with these stakes. They they do like their colors don't exactly match the Pokemon that they're uh, sealing in. They do, however, correlate to them in an interesting way. Uh, all the stakes that are used to pin down Chi-Yu, they're blue, which is water type. Okay, then all the purple stakes are used to pin down. Uh, hold on, Chi-Yu is fire type, and blue is the color of water. Uh, Wo-Chien is being pinned down by purple stakes. Wo-Chien is a grass type. Purple is the same color as poison. uh, it's they all of the stakes are, and thus the seals themselves are the color of are they share the color with types that are strong against the ruinous Pokemon. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
uh,
the I had I'd realized at some point that these stakes were uh, a small detail. They share the same color as types that are super effective against each of the treasures of ruins. Uh, Purple for Wo-Chien being poison, blue for Chiyu being water, uh, orange for Chimpao being fire, and Tinglu being uh, green for grass. And, and it was just a small detail that I thought was quite interesting. And, and yes, much of the remainder of this recording was uh, just me uh, singing along to my music, and not very well, mind you, either. Just really having a time of it at this point. uh, uh, and I noticed during the editing process that I had uh, you know forgotten to show one or two of the stakes, but it doesn't really matter. You get the point. You get the point of what's going on in this portion of the episode. uh, and during the time that I was driving around and doing the stakes, there were quite a number of shall we say near collisions that I had, and some actual
Oh,
collisions as well.
apple, babble, 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 babble. Ah! Damn it. Wasn't I meant to make you faint?
It's funny looking back and noticing how I roll my eyes. like like oh you you didn't let me escape just so that you could make yourself faint in front of me. It was just an interesting encounter. Yeah, the there's a certain shank to this one stake that I discovered. Uh, if I continued to let myself fall instead of paragliding up out of that, it would have probably done what it does earlier in the game before you have the wings and can glide out. If you just stuck in the falling state, it just teleports you to the nearest stable ground that you last stood on. Uh, but yes, this episode is definitely a good deal shorter than my typical episodes, but I think that is fine. Uh, there, there wasn't I mean there was exploration, there was some chatting, but honestly, most of the episode was I just couldn't justify using that dialogue. But in any case, yes, I think that will do it. With that in mind, thank you so very much for watching. If you liked your show, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Remember, don't be salty, take it slow. Come back for more garden variety fun, and I'll be here to work my magic. Thank you all so very much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye!